Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be making a kid's jogging suit using this right here. So if you want to see how everything turns out, stay tuned. All right, before I even start this order, I do want to tell you guys that this type of order right here, I really don't feel like it's worth my time, really, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. Now, normally something like this would be you'll make a good bit off of it, but when the customer brings their own, right here, the joggers, they purchased this, they brought their own stuff. It's a couple ways you can do it to mark it up. Because they brought their own stuff, you can tell them that if you mess up, if it's messed up, you don't cover it. You can charge them for the price it would be to replace this. You could also just upsell it and just charge your regular price even though they're bringing the item. Or you could charge for a fee for the design. So in my case, this is a regular customer that gets stuff printed by me all the time, and this is for her grandson, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. But normally this is something that I wouldn't even be stressing myself over. I'm going to be printing using right here. This is a DTF transfer that I ordered from Best DTF USA. It's not really a custom transfer. Well, I did personalize it, but the design was on Etsy. All I did was add the school name up top. And then I have this part right here. This is cut out in HTV. If you watched the last video, you saw that I didn't size it right when I sent it out to be printed by the DTF printer. So I just happened to have some vinyl that was similar to the color right here. It's not 100%. It may be about 85% the same color. So we're going to go with that because that's what I have. And I'm not ordering out again just to get that one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, with this hoodie right here, I felt like this would have looked better to be on the front and then that on the pants, but the customer wanted it on the back of the hoodie. So I'm going to put it on the back of the hoodie like they requested. All right, so I'm using my Stahls Hottronics Fusion IQ heat press. I do have the option to switch up and use a different size platen right here. And I think I'm going to, let me check first. I would do that, but this design is not going to fit on there the whole way, and I would rather just do it in one press. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay it out on here. But what I will do is turn it sideways so that part of it I can leave. Well, it don't even have strings in it. I forget the kids ones, the ones for kids don't have the strings in here. Sometimes you can melt that string if you're not careful. So I'm just gonna bring it over to the side because that's in there, and I'm not gonna remove that. I'm just gonna leave that on there. So I'm gonna print the hoodie first because with the DTF transfer, you do have to let it cool first. And if y'all been watching my videos, if y'all been with me for a minute, y'all know I always use a measuring tool, but for the small shirts, I don't, because I feel like it's just not necessary. Okay. So we're gonna bring it up just to where it's above the pocket. I could bring it down a little lower, but I just wanna not have to use a pressing pillow for this one. So we're just going to bring it just below the pocket. And I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And I'm going to bring it around. And the pressure is probably going to be too much, but I'm going to go ahead and press it anyway. And actually, because it's a sweatshirt, I am going to grab my protectant cover sheet to put over the sweatshirt. All right, so we're gonna put this to the side and let it cool, and then we're gonna do the second press. Okay, for the joggers, they did not request a certain side, so I'm gonna make that decision, and I'm gonna go with the right side. And when you're printing On these have a seam down the side. I think it's better if you print on the side, but because these have a seam down the side, I'm just going right down in the front, and I'm using this pocket. The bottom of this pocket is right here. I'm using that as a guide to where I'm going to be printing this, and I'm trying to make sure that it is centered right here. And I'm just going to cover it once again. I don't even know. Oh, these do have, let me make sure that is off. Okay, it is hanging off. I don't even remember the temperature for this HTV, but we're going to go with 300. You can't go wrong with 300 unless you're doing sublimation. Then your temperature needs to be at 400 or close to it. Okay, I don't know if it got or not, but that's also a cool peel, so we're gonna let that cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one back, and we're gonna go ahead and peel it off. And that, I think, would have looked so much better on the front. I think it would have looked so much better on the front, y'all. But we're gonna go ahead with that. And this is two options you got when you pressing DTF transfers. If you want it to be more shiny, you can use this right here, the Teflon cover. But if you don't want it to be shiny, which I like mine to be matte, so I'm going to use right here this parchment paper. So that's what we're going with that. And then we only need about 5 seconds. And we are good to go on that. That's what it's looking like right here. I'm gonna go ahead and press, I said press, remove the vinyl from here. It should be cooled off enough. And I'm gonna, well, I can't really lay it out the way that I want to, but that's what it's looking like right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it out just so y'all can take a better look at it. And y'all, before I even lay this thing out, I wanted to show y'all these colors. These colors are real close. They real close. Hopefully y'all can see them right there, but it is very, very close. Very close. Thank you for watching. Until next time, be blessed.